We spend so much time on trying to find out what to focus on. This video is going to be about what to ignore. It seems like an easy process at first, but it might not be. But if you're interested in finding out what you should be ignoring, stay with me. If you enjoy these types of videos, ASMR, tarot, and psychology themed videos, then you will like this channel. So I recommend that you subscribe, that you like this video, leave a comment. I always read the comments and I greatly enjoy them. My comment section is composed of some of the greatest people on YouTube. Everybody's extremely nice. People help each other in my comments. I don't receive a lot of comments, which is why I can read all of them. And it's very cozy and very friendly. So I encourage you to leave a comment and see what others think about it. So let's see what we have here. Going to give the cards a little bit of a shuffle using the New Vision Tarot, in case you were wondering. And so we're going to have a look at what it is that you can safely ignore. What should you ignore? I'll fan the cards. Okay. And let's see. What should you ignore at this time? At this stage of your life? Okay, here we go. The Chariot. All right. So the thing about the Chariot is that it's a major arcana card, and it's one of those aggressive, assertive cards in the tarot that surely means that you will reach what you desire. You will reach your goal. You will make it. There's a relentlessness to its energy. So the Chariot is about hyper-focusing, fixating your eyes on the prize, and making it happen no matter what. In a sense, the Chariot is almost like a symbolic representation of Western capitalist societies, where the suggestion is you should be working extremely hard towards material gratification, that you should act in a somewhat of a psychopathic way to attain the subjects of your desire, to attain your goals at any cost. So that's the key with the Chariot. The Chariot's philosophy is that no matter what the cost, no matter how difficult, no matter how tiring, exhausting, or expensive it is spiritually or energetically, you need to push forward, plow through, not think about it, just do it. So this is the kind of mindset that you at this point in your life can safely ignore. The Chariot's paradigm is, it involves this sort of linear idea of progress. You're supposed to get from point A to point B, and there's an unforgiving narrative to this whole thing. You need to get there You need to get there as fast as possible. And that's it. There's no ifs and buts about it. You have to do it. The ends justify the means. This is what the Chariot is trying to implant in your consciousness. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be that way. Sometimes the Chariot's energy is very useful and very beneficial, but not always. And the idea that you have to reach your goals, whatever the cost, whether it is your health, your well-being, your relationships, your inner peace, that is an idea that you can safely ignore. This sort of concept of winners and losers with the Chariot, especially here in the New Vision Tarot, we can see very clearly how there's a cost. There are people who are suffering as the Chariot's leader is pushing through and, marching forward. These two people are tied to the back. They're following. And they don't seem to be enjoying the ride, but they are being pulled with it. So whenever there's a zero-sum game, when there are winners and losers, and when the stakes are really high, those types of games, those types of situations, they always have a strong connection with the ego. And the Chariot is one of the ego cards in the deck, in the tarot. And the ego is not, it's not a malevolent presence. The ego has its function, its meaning, and its role in our lives. It's not just bad. But you don't have to sacrifice on the altar of your ego. If, your pride, your dignity is injured, that's not the end of the world. If your self-image or what other people think about you is impaired, that does not mean that you are impaired, because you are a lot more than those things. If your ego is not catching up, if your ego is not performing at the same level as other people's egos, that doesn't mean that you are worth less. If you're not capable of attaining your goals at the same speed, or if you're not able to push through like a machine, if you break down, if you're fragile, if you're vulnerable, the opposite of what the Chariot is propagating, that's okay. You can ignore the machoisms of the Chariot. You can ignore the idea that success is everything. Instead, you can think that everything is success. Just the mere fact that you're here, breathing, perhaps getting ready for bed, relaxing, taking a little bit of time out of your busy day to focus inward, to consult with the cards, to speak to that side of you that is spiritual, that is soft and poetic and artistic. That in and of itself is success. Success is not only those things that can be measured, quantified. Success can be a feeling. It can be a sense of being content, being calm. Just breathing in and out. All your basic needs taken care of. Everything is all right in your world. The crazy ambitions of the chariot can lead you astray sometimes. Make you think that you need something more, something bigger, something more exciting. But your life and my life, the way they interconnect in this little video, the simple magic of the internet connecting us in this moment. What a great success story. Sharing this little moment between the two of us. What an amazing time to be alive. What an amazing opportunity to just breathe and observe. Nothing to chase after, nothing to prove. Just existing. The beauty, the simplicity of a life well lived. The serenity of feeling that you are good enough. You don't need to push harder. You don't need to jump higher. You don't need to go all out. Everything is perfect. You are perfect. Just the way you are. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and see you next time.